Memes. So we didn't have a topic for Lads Hour. John came to me and said, make one. And then he recommended political memes. So I'm terribly sorry for what I'm about to inflict because I went back in time and found some and they're awful. I
One of my
don't know how
things,
people lived.
one of my favorite things though, is going through like my downloads folder because when I see a political meme online, I'll save it in my downloads folder. And so
porn.
no. I don't understand. Why would you download porn?
Yeah, I've never
there's
got
an
that either.
infinite amount of it available to stream. Why would I download it? No. My downloads folder is literally exclusively political memes and pictures of my 40k stuff. So, so like I sometimes you scroll back like 2 or 3 years, and you're like, God, what a bizarrely antiquated thing. We were worried about like Donald Trump winning the election and things like this. Like it just feels like another era. So like I don't know how old these ones are, but it's going to feel like ancient history, isn't it?
I'm going to be transported back to particular moments in time. I can tell already. It's like when you smell something.
Maybe. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I did a bad job, but we'll find out, I guess.
But first, here's this academic paper we have.
So we begin.
We begin with such amazing memes, such as Cardiff. No, this is a point I wanted to make, which is that I kind of hate this subject in general, because if you take it too seriously, you've kind of shot yourself in your ass, because what are you doing? Like, you're just stupid. So these people, for example, from the University of Cardiff, have written this academic paper, Weaponizing Memes.
I like the sound of this.
The journalistic mediation of visual politicization. And they're whining that if a journalist has to report on a meme, they have to show it. And by accident, of course, it might convince the public. Now, this obviously only goes one way because the left can't meme. So
yeah, what they're
their
saying is every time we talk about the memes, we're spreading right-wing propaganda.
Yeah,
because they want to be the gatekeepers of truth and the interpretations, right? So they don't want to show the actual thing.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering, this is what they're whining about. Donald Trump.
Oh no, Frog Trump's going to radicalize my viewers.
Yeah.
Just wasn't that a more innocent time?
So this is...
I still see this meme thrown about. It's 2018?
2015.
2015!
Yeah, we'll get back to that later, because that's a period in time that is still written about. I mean, look at this. And I'm sorry, just as an academic, stop. just stop trying to make memes something serious. It's something to have a laugh about and some good fun. That's all it is.
There's such an incredible variation of Pepe memes out there.
Yeah.
I love this Pepe waiting for the coronavirus to kill off a couple of million boomers so I can buy a nice house. That didn't work, did it?
Oh.
No, not enough boomers died. Anyway,
you could have killed Grandma, but you didn't.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get into the history, I suppose. I thought I'd put it in chronological order from the deep, dark past to the modern day, because I think that'll hurt less by the time we're out of it. So we'll start off with, of course, back in the Obama era, in which equally NPR were pissing themselves because memes were out of control.
Back in 2012.
Yeah. 2012. You have... Isn't this publicly funded?
That's fucking awful meme if that's what they're trying to do here. What the fuck? That's shit.
For people listening, we're looking at a picture of Barack Obama pointing at a large picture of Mitt Romney. And that's basically it.
The text is, that's totally going to be a meme tomorrow.
This reminds me. Callum, did you include any memes from 2016 to the beginning of 2017 where it was Barack Obama and Joe Biden, and they were trying to turn Joe Biden into a meme because he was like, oh, I'm going to get him. And Obama was like, no, Joe, stand back, hold yourself.
From what I found, most of those memes were about how Joe Biden is senile. And that
even back then.
they actually go back as far as 2008. Talking about how senile and old he is.
Biden's been famous for his moments, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this was new.
No.
I didn't know this. Because I was too busy playing with my toys.
Yeah.
So I found out.
Biden is literally as old as dust.
Yeah. So anyway, this I just found interesting that it exists. I mean, I love the frame. Political memes.
Do they have any other memes?
Out of control. I can't remember. I don't think they have this.
Oh my god.
Remember these? Remember this poison we used to share? Do you remember the ducks and the lizards, the penguins?
Yeah. Can we keep going?
Have they got one of like the baby doing the fist put? That one. Again, Obama gets in for a second term.
They seem deeply wholesome now and innocent, don't they? Like, it's a totally perverted world we live in.
Was it Bad Luck Brian, the weird awkward ginger kid with his high school photo?
Yeah.
I was just checking to see if they posted links to memes in fear.
I mean, is Mitt Romney a meme?
It's binders full of women.
Yeah, there we are. You got him. There's an ad I don't want to go away. Look at me.
You've got to watch an ad about
wanna
Joe
look at
Biden
Joe-
being demented.
Slightly less melted Joe Biden.
To hell with you, Politico. Go back to the article. All right, there's some funny things in this, just in the sense of like it's so dated. They're writing here. Even if you didn't watch any of the 3 presidential debates, chances are you're familiar with Big Bird, Binders, and Bayonets. Does everyone remember those?
I don't know what the bayonets were.
Well, I remember that one. He was arguing that, okay, Mitt Romney said that Russia is the greatest geopolitical threat.
Oh, yeah.
And Obama said, the Cold War's over. You're living in the past.
Yep.
You know, we have fewer ships. We also have fewer bayonets. Like,
Didn't that age well?
yeah, it was like,
No, that's technically true. They've definitely got fewer bayonets than they did.
I don't know. Have you looked into bayonet production anytime recently?
They
I
don't
know.
yeah, they don't have fewer bayonets.
How do they not? I don't know.
Bollocks.
But depending on whether or not the aid package for Ukraine is approved in the Congress, they might need to ration up the production of bayonets for the Ukrainians.
Perhaps, yeah. But I don't know
Maybe
where...
if as they pass more and more gun control laws, perhaps bayonet production will step up to match it.
Because Obama, the correct words, I believe, were we have fewer horses and bayonets. And it was like, we definitely have fewer horses. But no, everyone still gets a bayonet. I mean, you still need to stick it to the Japs or whoever you're fighting this time. So,
What the Japs like, what?
you know,
Oh, there's that famous US-Japan 2012 war.
Like the Japanese, like, what have you got planned?
I don't know. I don't trust them. Do you?
Well, I don't.
They'll make a comeback one day.
I don't think they are. I think they're spiraling, man.
Yeah, they are a bit of a spin. I mean, that's the old timers are going to come back and
But they have the discipline and the basic technology,
could do.
to shift into militarism.
I don't know. Do they have the discipline?
They rack a discipline indeed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They don't need to.
Shame for
they
the
don't-
spray.
I really love how the Japs are the one people you can root on because, I mean, you did Pearl Harbor. So that's like, the rest of the Asians, no.
Well, I'm more thinking used to be noble, honorable samurai culture, and now you're weird perverts with your wank pillows,
yeah.
wank wipes. It's just like, sorry.
The Japanese don't need to fight a physical war because they're fighting psychological war with anime.
Yeah.
They're transing your kids with anime.
They're
says
fighting
wearing
a
a berserk
spiritual
shirt.
war with themselves.
But getting back to a wholesome time, they're right in here. The words were barely out of the candidates' mouths before the internet memes, snarky punchlines slapped across images that in this case served as a takedown of the candidate or issue.
I love the way they're trying to demonize the idea of like a punchline on an image.
Yeah.
Snarky punchlines on these images. Oh no. Shut up.
Do you know who
It's
else
totally
liked a
normal.
snarky punchline? Adolf Hitler.
Like, what's wrong with you?
That's why they don't put subtitles on his speeches. His stand-up routine was incredible.
I think the idea again is that you take power from the media or the mainstream media because a picture is fast, snarky punchline is fast. People get up to speed with the events, form an opinion without having to go through the editorials of New York
people
Times.
gotta
or
read-
whatever.
realistically, people work far more off of aesthetics than they do anything rational.
Why won't you read my block of text?
Yeah, exactly.
I've written all this text.
This,
Get
this
on.
article
Get
is
on.
a leftist meme.
Who's funnier? There we go. Like, that's the question. Just who's funnier? Yeah, it's the memes, man.
Yeah. It's also an old habit, isn't it? I mean, leftist memes are a block of text. I mean, there is a reason they do run all the media is because of the crap. They actually can't succeed. So instead, they have to just take control of the organism and kill it like a parasite. But there we are. That's them whining that the memes exist. And they only visualized them back in the Obama era as text on image. That was it. They couldn't envisage deep fried, for example. It just couldn't enter the innocent little minds.
Post irony was not a thing yet.
Yeah, post.
Well, actually, Sam Hyde was around, but he was on the back burner. He wasn't. Your kids are going to love this one. That kind of thing.
Will they?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, but getting to Obama era memes. I mean, there was this account I'm sure you guys were familiar with called Obama era conservative memes.
I haven't seen this, but
It was big and great, and I wanted to use a whole bunch of examples from it, but the bloody thing died. He deleted his own account,
What?
Wow.
which is annoying.
Did he do what so many gimmick accounts did and came out as like a pedo or something, and everybody said, "No, shut your account down."
it's not something that happens to a lot of gimmick accounts.
They start liking like lolly on Twitter and shit.
Oh,
They
right.
go like, "Oh no, shut it down quick."
It might be. I don't know. But there we are. He used to share crap like this. So this is what conservatives used to share. Which, to be honest, they still do.
I mean, no
There's
lies,
truth to it,
no
yeah.
lies detected.
People listening were looking at Obama giving the American Medal of Freedom to some criminal.
These guys,
Names?
are these the four that tortured that autistic white kid?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Saying this is for Trump.
So yeah, you can even see the logic in there.
Yeah.
That will be shared with the next person who does that.
To be honest, I might share
What now?
that.
And it's
Guys, remember this from 2012?
it's
Shockingly
simplistic.
relevant today.
It's simplistic and terribly done, but that's memes.
Yeah.
All memes are simplistic and terribly done.
And there is something beautiful about this this particular era of conservative memes as well. And this guy here, I think, makes the great point, which is that boomer memes, they do survive the test of time. They're not dying out. That's kind of, it might be because boomers have such low grade humor. The standards are very low.
My wife.
Oh yeah,
I hate
okay,
my
all right,
wife.
come on. I heard that sigh.
No, you are right. No. Listen, honestly, what's the Bane thing? You didn't experience boom memes. You
I was born in
experienced,
them.
yeah, exactly. You experienced them as a man. I was born and formed in boomer memes, man. And I'm telling you this, it wasn't funny at the time, right? I remember, you're 10 years old, you're reading like The Sun, and they've got like, the boomer meme cartoon, and you're like, this is not funny.
No.
Why is this here? And it's been the same every boomer joke since the dawn of time, since my earliest memories. I've always just looked and been like, oh, that's not funny.
The primordial boomer coming out of his cave.
I swear, you just do not understand how unfunny the
making jokes
But
about
by
his
boomer
awful
jokes,
life.
you mean jokes by boomers or at the expense of?
by boomers.
By
So the jokes boomers would tell themselves. And, you'd see like your dad and all their friends laughing at this really, really uninspiring joke. And it's like, right.
I mean, the cartoon ones are this great example of how bad it was.
Yeah.
Still is in a lot of newspapers. I suppose we'll make this an interactive show, in fact, as well. So if you have some memes you wish us to show,
You were a boomer meme in the chat.
if you have some archaeology skills and you found something funny, do send it in the chat somewhere, or I don't know, contact email. Oh, that would ruin Pete's day.
Comment it on the website.
Comment on the website. There we are. Use your comment skills. You pay for the privilege, so use them to comment memes instead, and I'll go through them and load them up as we get to them if they're appropriate. So there we are. Look, new features, interactivity. But back to the memes, because this was also crappy used to pose. So here you are. It's some anime.
So Harry was right.
That's an
Harry
Evangelion.
was right.
I recognize this. This is an Evangelion meme.
Yeah.
What?
And then someone was just like, it's not an Obama era conservative meme. And someone saying, you don't know anything about politics from that era.
What?
No, they are right.
Right,
But they're like, "What is this?"
None of this makes sense. As somebody who recognizes, why have they made? I can understand why they'd make her a goth. People love goths online, but also why? What's the text? What?
I need a foot job.
Callum, explain this to me.
I don't know. I was more coming
You're
when I
the
found
youngest
this.
man in the room. You should be able to translate to us old fuddy duddies.
Well, when I came to this, I was going to come to the old fuddy duddies and ask you, this isn't real, right? This wasn't a thing.
No.
No. Okay, right.
This is an expression of the fact that Harry's right. This guy's a weird lolicon loving pedo.
So there we are. He's off the table. He's gone. But
Uh-huh.
there was an archive there that I can't access, so sad about that. But I was able to access some of the old stuff just through MSM, of course, because they never grew up. And as you can see here, this one is a person who decided to not go to work that day.
Yep.
And instead decided to make an article where he just posted memes. And they're all about how retarded Joe Biden is. And these are all from the Obama era.
Yes, I remember Facebook being nothing but these memes, or like walls and walls of these memes for about a month. From December 2016 to January 2017, it was this.
And this is the earliest version of political memes I can find that are in the mainstream. Now, of course, you'll have the ducks and the penguins and whatnot, all that crap. But actually being applied to politics in this way, it definitely seems to be the Obama era this happened.
Yeah.
No coincidence, internet, blah, blah, blah. But I do find it funny that even back then, the left couldn't meme, and the memes that were popular were just, haha, Biden is retarded.
Yeah.
It hasn't grown old.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe that's another point for the boomers. I mean, again, they haven't gone out of style. They're still here because the joke is never not funny.
A timeless truth about Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, you know that point, I think Internet Historian did a great video on this. Brad's wife. You're familiar with Brad's wife?
No, I don't remember this one.
So this is a guy whose wife, his name was Brad. And
Wife's name is Brad?
All right, Brad, his wife, worked at Cracker Barrel, and she was fired after 10 years of service. She was given no notice or anything, and just fired. And this old boy was storming, he wrote on Facebook. And then he did a follow-up post like a month later, equally incoherent a ramble. And this blew up and became very popular amongst boomers in America, that they started going to Cracker Barrels and doing protests for Brad's wife They would harass the employees about Brad's wife. They would send emails to corporate about Brad's wife.
This is the boomer equivalent of the Szechuan sauce thing, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
one lucky bastard managed to find the correct Cracker Barrel and got through to one of the
Had to
employees.
eventually.
The critical mass of boomers doing this. He got one of the former employees on the phone, and she confessed that Brad's wife didn't put a foot wrong and she was fired, and that blew up. And then it's not stopped. Like, if you go to Cracker Barrel's Twitter page, for example,
Are they
No
still? Are they still at it?
it's been about 10 years. No matter what they
Like
post.
Japanese hidden in the jungle. The boomers are not letting Brad's wife go. She
In fact-
died 5 years ago. You know?
There's some boomer blood libel going on there. What on earth?
John, if you could look up Cracker Barrel's Twitter page for me, I want to run this experiment live because I believe it probably is still the case. Because sincerely, I remember checking it once Internet Historian put up his video, and that was 10 years after the bloody event. And they're still just
Taking
getting
it back.
harassed.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel.
12 years. There we are. Can we see the comments on that? Oh, that's not loading.
No.
That's annoying.
They've
No.
blocked all the comments.
Blocked everyone. Did they turn off their account in 2017? Is that they
Yeah.
got sick of everyone talking about Brad's wife or something? Is this the right account or not? I don't think this is the right one. So maybe
It's
I don't,
got-
There was
100,000
another
followers.
one. There was another one underneath it on the Google search results. So if
Okay.
you go back,
I'll go back and we'll see if we can find Brad's wife and his merry
I think if
men.
you go back to the
John's got it. John's got it. There we are.
what's this one?
Is that Brad's wife?
This was from 8 months ago. Okay, try and
Thanks for
see
sharing.
this account.
All right. Oh, that is the same one.
It's the same account.
Oh,
Are
they
they only-
deleted all their tweets because this is from 2013.
No, 2023. This is from June last
2023.
year.
Yeah. Oh, bugger it. Bugger
Are
it.
they only replying to people now?
I don't think they even use the account anymore.
Well,
I think-
click on the account. Click on the account.
All
and
right.
See if they're in the replies.
This is what you
Check
boys
the
pay
replies.
for. The replies. There
Yeah,
we
they
are.
only reply to people now.
Oh,
They don't put anything new out because they know that the boomers are
Yeah.
waiting. The boomers don't know how to check the replies tab.
Jesus, there did used to be. Sincerely,
Probably true.
there used to be a huge series of images and posts when Internet Historian put a video up. It must be between then and now that they've just gone, nope, can't salvage it. We're out of here.
Social media manager pulling his hair out. God, they won't shut up about Brad's wife.
Sincerely. Anyway, but there we are.
Back to retarded Joe Biden.
My point being that the boomers, they're like dogs. They just can't let a joke go. The ball is there. It's not coming out. And
It was funny the first time. It'd be funny the 50th time.
yeah, I mean,
Platonic humor.
young people, it's funny. And then the next day, because I've already seen it, don't you know?
No, but that's
It's
not,
not
even
fun.
young people. That's just normal people.
But for boomers, it only gets funnier.
The joke is funny the first time because it's the surprise and the novelty of it.
But if Biden is still in power and we risk having him potentially for another 4 years and the World War III, and he's still being retarded,
Imagine how much more retarded he's going to
Sorry,
get.
so is there? My point is there not a social purpose or utility in that kind of meme that sticks it up?
Suppose so.
To the
This
establishment.
is how America
Yeah,
deals
no.
with the existential dread.
I'm with this. There's got to be a kind of evolutionary advantage to the boomer meme, right? The fact that it can persist for literally 50 years means that there's something about it that has to be substantive.
Only within a very specific subset generation, that being the boomers.
I'm not saying that there's not like a paradigmatic requirement, but like there's got to be something to it, right?
If you ask me, it's a cultural aberration. It's not an evolutionary advantage.
I mean, it's like a new mother-in-law joke, but if the joke is funny,
Yeah.
the theme is the same. He's retarded or whatever, senile,
Yeah. but
it can still be funny somehow.
Because the other theme I found, as you can see here, is that they were having sex. Is-
Romance.
yeah, this was the left wing version, which is not interesting and didn't stand the test of time. Just died off. Whereas Joe Biden being retarded, I mean, that is just a thing to the boomers. I mean, you will stand the test of time. You will be long in the ground, and they will still be your friends sharing the goddamn memes that long ago stopped being funny. But anyway, getting back to it, the BBC also did this because, you know, they've stopped doing this, have you noticed? This really lazy attempt of like, I've written an article. What is it? Oh, it's some memes. Like, I don't see this very often anymore.
Except on Lotus Eaters.
Yeah, of
When
course.
Callum's doing segments. Let's look at some memes.
I had a couple of hours to make it, and I thought, there we go. Anyway, but moving on.
Someone at the BBC was like, guys, you're actually not a clickbait outlet. You actually don't get paid by the click.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Actually, yeah.
But again, the whole thing was about how he's dumb. So there we are. To watch the full video, please become a premium member at lotuseaters.com.